Hi everyone, welcome again to your channel Maths Guide. In today's video, we will talk about one of the most basic measurements we use in our daily life, that is length. Length tells us how long, how tall or how far apart two points are. Whether we are measuring the height of a table, the distance of a road or the length of a pencil, we use length to describe that distance. To measure length, we use different units depending on the size of an object. But because these units are different in size, we often need to convert from one unit to another. In today's video, I'm going to explain these relationships step by step and show you the simplest methods to convert units of length quickly and correctly. Length is actually the distance from one end to another end. We use different units to measure the length. Units of length are different measurements we use to describe how long something is. These units are kilometers, meters, centimeters, and millimeters. We use different units to measure the length of different objects or to find out the distance between different places. For example, if we move from school to home, or home to shop or shop to school, if the distance is too long, we will use kilometer for that. And for shorter distances or to measure the length which is shorter, we might use meter or centimeter with a value. And if the object is too short like your eraser or sharpener or safety pin, we will use millimeters for that. These are the four units to measure the length: kilometers, meters, centimeters, and millimeters. To convert from one unit to another unit, we must follow these rules. And the rules are that if you want to move or to convert from larger unit to smaller unit, we always multiply. Remember again, from larger to smaller, multiply like this. If you want to move from kilometer to meter, as kilometer is a larger unit and meter is a smaller unit, we multiply. And if we want to move from smaller unit to larger unit in the opposite direction, we will always divide. Look here carefully. To move from kilometer to meter or centimeter or millimeter, we will always multiply. And to move from smaller unit to larger unit in backward direction, like from centimeter to meter or from meter to kilometer, we will always divide. Now let's learn how to convert the unit of length from kilometer to meter. Now look at this figure. To move from kilometer to meter, as kilometer is the bigger unit and meter is the smaller unit, we will multiply. As we all know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter, that's why we multiply the value in kilometer by 1000 to get the value in meter. Now look at this example. We have to convert 5 kilometer to meter. So to move from kilometer to meter, we will multiply by 1000. As we have 5 kilometer over here, we will multiply 5 by 1000 meter to get 5000 meter. Now this kilometer has been converted to meter. Look at another example. This time we have a decimal number. We have to convert 4.5 kilometer to meter. Again the rule is same, we will multiply by 1000. So let's multiply 4.5 kilometers by 1000 meters. As you all know, in multiplication of decimal number by any number like 10, 100 and 1000, we just move the decimal point. The decimal point will move 3 places towards right, and then our answer will be 4500 meter. We will write in both ways 4500.0 meters or 4500 meters. So what we did is we just moved the decimal point 3 places towards right, and to get the answer after multiplication. Now this time let's convert the unit of length from meter to kilometer. Now look at this figure. To move from meter to kilometer, as meter is a smaller unit and I have already told you to move from smaller to bigger unit we will divide. So this time we will divide the value in meter by 1000 to get to the kilometers. Look at this example. Convert 5000 meter to kilometer. We will divide 5000 by 1000 kilometers to get the value in kilometer, and that is 5 kilometer. Look at another example. Convert 420 meter to kilometer. The rules are same. We have to convert from smaller to bigger unit. We will always divide. So let's divide 420 by 1000. As you can see that it is in the form of fraction, we can simplify them. After simplifying, we get 21 by 50 kilometer in its lowest term. There's another way to write it. We can write it in the decimal form also. So after division, we can easily put the decimal point. As we have 3 zeros in the denominator, we will put decimal before 3 digits. And we can write in any way, like in fraction or in decimal. Now we will convert the units of length from meter to centimeter. And we have to learn how many centimeters are there in 1 meter. Look here in this figure. We have 100 centimeters in 1 meter. So to move from meter to centimeter, or for bigger unit to smaller unit, we will multiply by 100, and from smaller to bigger unit we will divide by 100. To convert from meter to centimeter, we will multiply by 100. You have to learn that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Look at this example. Convert 35 meter to centimeter. We will multiply this 35 by 100 centimeter and we get 3500 centimeters. It means 35 meter is equal to 3500 centimeter. Another example for you. This time we have again a decimal number and we will multiply this decimal number by 100. And we will simply shift the decimal point 2 places towards right, like this. And our answer will be 230 meters. Now let's learn how to convert from centimeter to millimeter. Look at this figure. This time we will move from smaller unit to bigger unit, so we will divide by 100. So we can generate a formula that 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 meter, because this time we have to divide by 100. So let's divide this value, which is 1500 centimeter to meter, and we will divide 1500 by 100. We get 15 meter. Another example, convert 30 centimeter to meter. We will divide 30 by 100. And now let's simplify this fraction, which is 30 by 100. Just cut the zeros, and the simplest form of this fraction is 3 by 10 meter. We can also give this answer in decimal. Just put the decimal point and we'll get 0.3 meters. Now let's learn how to convert units of length from centimeter to millimeter. Now look at this figure. To move from centimeter to millimeter, we will multiply by 10. Why by 10? As you can see in the ruler you use in your classroom, that in 1 centimeter, in between them there are 10 short lines, and each line is representing 1 millimeter. It means 1 centimeter has 10 millimeters. That's why we will multiply by 10 to convert from centimeter to millimeter. Now look at this example. Convert 5 centimeter to millimeter. To convert from centimeter to millimeters, just simply multiply by 10 and we get 50 millimeters. Another example, which is a decimal number, we will move the decimal point 1 place towards right to get to the answer, and the answer is 29 millimeters. Now this time let's convert from millimeter to centimeter. As you all know, to move from smaller unit to larger unit, we always divide, and this time we will divide by 10. Now look at this example. Convert 80 millimeter to centimeter. divide 80 by 10 centimeter and we get 8 centimeters. It means 80 millimeters is equal to 8 centimeter. Look at another example. Convert 6 millimeter to centimeter. We have two options. We can give our answer in fraction or we can give our answer in decimal too. Let's learn how to convert it into fraction. When we will divide 6 by 10, we have to simplify this fraction. By dividing each number by 2, we get 3 by 5. So it means 6 millimeter is equal to 3 by 5 centimeter. Now let's write this answer in decimal. When we will divide 6 by 10 centimeter, we get 0.6 centimeter. Just put the decimal according to zeros in the denominator. Now let's learn how to convert into meter. We have 8 kilometer and 125 meters and we have to convert the complete value into meters. This 125 meters is already in meters. We just have to convert this kilometer into meter, and you all know to convert from kilometer to meter we multiply by 1000 meter because 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. So it means 8 kilometer 125 meters is equal to 8 into 1000 meter plus 125 meters. So now we have converted this 8 kilometers into meters by multiplying it thousands, and this is already in meters, so we will add them. So it means we will add 8000 meters and 125 meters, and the final answer is 8125 meters. It means 8 kilometer 125 meters is equal to 8125 in meters. Now another question of the same time, but this time we have two units which are meter and centimeter, and we have to convert it into centimeter only. So we will just convert these 63 meters into centimeter and add the remaining centimeters into the answer. So as you all know, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So this time we will multiply by 100 centimeter, and then we will add these 59 centimeter into the answer. So we get 6300 centimeter plus 59 centimeter, and the final answer is 6359 centimeter. Now it's your turn to answer these simple blanks. Dash is the distance from one end to another end. Yes, this is length. Kilometers, meters, centimeters and millimeters are units of length. To measure long distances we use kilometer, and to measure the length of very small objects we use millimeters. 1 kilometer, as you can see in this figure, that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 63 meters is equal to dash kilometer. This time we have to divide by 1000, and the answer is 0.630 kilometers. 3 meters is equal to dash centimeter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Multiplying 3 by 100, we get 300 centimeters. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So student, this was the end of my video. Stay tuned to my channel Maths Guide, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and also like and share with your family and friends. My next video will be about measure of units of mass.